Oh my gosh, they are bubbling. The cheese is bubbling. It's sizzling. They look delicious. Let's get these out of the oven. Hi everyone, I'm Vicki with Thrifty Recipes. I have a new recipe for you today. So with that said, let's get started. Today we're going to make an oven-baked chicken chimichanga. Now chimichanga is traditionally deep fried. It's a deep fried burrito and it's considered Tex-Mex. Well, I'm going to bake mine and I'm going to use some leftover rotisserie chicken. The first thing we need to do is make the chimi filling. As said, I'm going to use 2 cups of leftover rotisserie chicken. Any pre-cooked chicken will do, but you'll need about 2 cups for this recipe. I'm shredding the chicken into bite-sized pieces. It only takes a few minutes to do. This recipe will make 4 chimichangas. If you have more than 2 cups of chicken, plan on making 5 or 6. Basically, it's a half a cup of chicken per chimichanga. For this recipe, you'll need 1 pack of taco seasoning mix. Now, I typically choose the low sodium taco seasoning pack, but I guess I accidentally picked up the regular, or perhaps they were out of it. If you're using just the regular taco seasoning mix, I would suggest a half a pack for a serving of 4, or use the low sodium because it is a lot of salt. We're looking for the flavors from the seasoning, not necessarily the salt. Next, add 1/2 cup of sour cream and 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar or Mexican blend cheese, whatever cheese you really like, but I'm using 1/2 cup. Stir everything together to mix well. Now here's one of my favorite ingredients. It doesn't have to be this brand. In fact, I prefer one from Aldi, but they were out of it. But the key words here, fire roasted. You want fire roasted tomato salsa. Any brand will do, but fire roasted. It's wonderful. You'll need just 1/4 cup of the fire roasted salsa. Then mix everything together again really well. You will need a 9x12 baking dish. I prefer glass and I spray it with a non-stick spray. It's time to prepare the tortillas. We need them somewhat soft to be able to work with them. For this recipe, I'm using 4 8-inch white flour tortillas. Here's my trick to soften the tortillas. I have a microwavable plate and I put my tortilla on the plate, and with a little cup of water I just dampen my fingers and rub my fingers over the tortilla just to wet the top surface of it. Next, I layer up a paper towel and I like to drizzle just a little bit of water on the paper towel. Do the next tortilla, again rubbing it completely with a little bit of water, paper towel, sprinkle with some water, and just repeat this until every layer has some moisture added to it. Once everything is moistened, I put it in the microwave for just 30 seconds. You can see how pliable they are now. They're perfect for filling with the chicken chimichanga filling. But before we start that, go ahead and preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Let's wrap these chicken chimis. So I'm using approximately 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup, give or take, of the chicken filling per tortilla. We've added a lot of other ingredients to it, so it's more than 2 cups of chicken now, but approximately 3/4 cup of filling. You don't have to measure it, just eyeball it. Spread out the filling, keeping back from the ends by about 1.5 to 2 inches, and then I fold over 1/2, fold over the ends, and then fold over the final half of the tortilla. This may not be the proper or professional way of folding it. It's just the way I do it. You might have a different way of folding it, but it works for me, and I put it into my baking dish. And repeat this process for the remaining 3 tortillas. Now you can add other ingredients to this. You could add some refried beans, you could add some rice, you can add anything that you'd like. You might want to put some diced onion in it. This is how I make them, but you can vary these any way that you would like. But I'm filling all 4 and placing them in my glass baking dish. The next thing I like to do is put a little bit of oil on top. I'm using olive oil. You can use canola oil, vegetable oil, whatever you'd like, but I'm putting a little bit of oil on top to help them brown. And then I hand rub it all over the top, trying to get the ends of each one as well. And into the oven they go, 400 degrees, 15 minutes. Keep an eye on them, it may take less. You just want them to get to a light golden brown. Let's prepare some toppings for our oven-baked chicken chimichanga. Try saying that 10 times real fast. I had a little bit of leftover tomato in the fridge, so I just diced it up and put it in a little ramekin. I put some of the fire-roasted tomato salsa in a small ramekin. I love that on top. And what's a chimichanga without sour cream? We have to have some of that, don't we? I do. While they're baking, this is the time to prepare any toppings that you might like on top. Guacamole, jalapenos, scallions, lettuce, wish I had some of that, pico, or cilantro. So prep your toppings while they're baking. After the chicken chimichangas have baked in the oven for about 15 minutes, remove them, just set them on your stovetop. It's time to add some cheese. I'm using shredded cheddar, but you could use any cheese you'd like. When the cheese is bubbly and brown slightly, that's the time to remove them from the oven. I said it takes about 5 minutes. They're ready to serve and put our favorite toppings on them. How about some of that sour cream? Some more of the roasted tomato salsa, diced tomatoes, and a little more shredded cheese. I really do wish I had some lettuce. It's absolutely delicious looking, and I guarantee you it will taste great. Again, use the fillings of your choice. For me, I can eat this and I don't even need any sides with it. I hope you enjoyed this oven-baked chicken chimichanga recipe. I hope you give me a thumbs up. I invite you to like, subscribe, ring that bell to receive notifications on future videos. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Thrifty Recipes. Check out some of my other videos.